And welcome to Ontario Stacker. If you love silver, you've come to the right place. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I just want to tell you a little story about going to my local hawk shop. So, I went to my local hawk shop looking for some generic rounds, but you never know what you're going to find when you go into a hawk shop. Silver is very hot right now, so my expectations weren't very high, but my heart dropped when I walked into the store. Not only did they have some sweet old Biggie, Engelhard, and Johnson Matthey 10-ounce press bars, they had this vintage hand poured Engelhard 10-ounce bar. This thing is beautiful. The saleswoman came over to me and asked, "Is there anything I wanted to look at?" I said, "Oh, I came for some generic rounds." She said, "Oh, we don't have any generic rounds right now. Is there anything else you want to see?" I said, "Yes. Can I see that 10-ounce Engelhard?" She said, "Sure," and pulled it out for me. I've been looking for one of these ever since I started stacking silver. It was absolutely beautiful. I asked, "How long has this been here?" She said, "Oh, it just came in the day before." I was like, "Oh, the guy that sold this must have been choked." She said, "Yes, but people need money sometimes." And I'm like, "Okay, I get it." So at this point, I knew I wanted this bar badly. But as many married men can tell you, having to convince your wife can be tricky. So I reluctantly handed the bar back to the saleswoman and said, "My wife would kill me right now if I buy this." I left the store with a sense of panic in my gut. I can't believe I'm leaving the store without that bar. I was working night shift that night and headed into work. I couldn't stop thinking about this bar. The next day after work, I woke up in the afternoon and it was still on my mind. I started thinking about how could I justify buying that bar. One more night shift under my belt with the same sense of panic in my gut, and I had to make the call to my wife. I drove to the hawk shop the next day and called my wife from the parking lot. I said, "Honey, there's this once in a lifetime opportunity to get a vintage hand poured Engelhard bar. I really want it." Now, I have a great wife. She said, "You and your silver. Just buy it if you want it." That was enough for me. A quick "love you, honey," and I was running into the door of the shop. As I open the door, I see a couple standing in front of the display case, pointing at something they want. I walk behind them. It's still there. I walk over to the counter, get the attention of the salesman. He comes over. He can see the panic on my face. And he says, "Is there anything you want?" I said, "I want that 10-ounce hand poured Engelhard bar." He's like, "Okay." Grabs the keys, goes over, grabs it, comes over. "Is this the one?" I said, "Yes." Took a big breath, knowing that the bar is going to be mine. So he rang it up. I left the store on a high that lasted all night. So that's my story about getting this bar right here, guys. Just thought I'd share it with you guys. My advice to you guys: if you really want something, just get it. With a little bit of research on this bar, guys, this is I went to allengelhard.com. This is a third series 10 ounce ingot in the Canadian variation. You can see it has the pattern cast finish. So these examples have this line in pattern on the edges and the reverse here. So it also says this has a mintage of less than 500, which is just absolutely fantastic. I'm super happy about this, guys. So if you guys get any value from this video, give me a thumbs up, even a subscribe. It really helps this channel grow. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless. Ontario Stacker out.